If you're looking for 3 of the best science-backed core exercises to give you a healthy spine for the rest of your life, then this video is perfect for you. If you don't know who I am, my name is Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties and Spinal Specialist Physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today I'm going to be showing you 3 of the best science-backed core exercises to do every day. Now the 3 exercises we're going to be talking about today are the McGill Big 3. And Stuart McGill is a back pain researcher from Canada who's done tons of work in the field of back pain, and he found that in many cases back pain and disability because of someone's back is caused by a lack of core stability and core control. So these 3 exercises are designed to strengthen your core without putting too much stress on the spine, and thus helping your back mobility and stability improve. Now, he's chosen these 3 exercises as his 3 best for the reason that they've been shown in the research to provide maximum core stability whilst also producing minimum stress and strain on the spine. So these 3 exercises came out top in the research as most beneficial with least risk. So let's have a look at the exercises now. I'm going to show you a couple of variations of each so you can try these at home as long as it's safe for you to do so. So the first McGill Big 3 exercise is called the curl up. And when I say the curl up, what most people imagine is something like this, which is a crunch. And McGill showed that crunches are actually not a fantastic core exercise. They will work the abdominals at the front of the tummy, but they don't do a huge amount for the core, which is the muscle that wraps around your midriff or the group of muscles. And they also put your spine into flexion, which for many people will cause pain. So the curl up is different. I'm going to show you how to do the curl up now. So you're going to start lying on a nice firm surface to start off with both knees bent. And if you've got no pain in either of your legs, it doesn't matter which one you choose, but you're going to straighten one leg out. So one of your legs is just going to rest down like this. Now, if you're fully relaxed in this position, what you should find is you can quite easily get your hands underneath your lower back like so. So you're going to put both of your hands underneath your lower back like this, and your hands are going to act like sensors or pressure gauges for you to push down against. So the first thing we're going to do, and this helps us to switch on our core once we're in this position, is just flatten your lower back down into your hands. Now, if you're doing this correctly, you should feel your tummy muscles just start to switch on, but it shouldn't feel like a strain, and you should certainly still be able to breathe into your tummy. Now, if you're looking carefully, I'm hoping right now you can see my tummy can still rise and fall as I breathe, but I've got that core contraction on. So I'm not straining, I'm certainly not holding my breath, I'm not going red in the face, but I've got that contraction on. And then the curl up is very simple. We're just going to tuck our chin in like this just to keep the head supported, and then lift like this. So you're lifting your neck and your shoulders just off the bed, and then you're slowly lowering back down like this, all the while keeping the pressure down into the hands. Now, if you're anything like most people, what you'll find is as you start to lift, you'll feel a little bit of your back lift, okay? And that's what we want to try and fight against. So we want to keep the pressure down into the hands by flattening the back into the bed, and also just lifting up. So there's a couple of things to think about in this movement, but it's not flexing my spine. You can see my spine is perfectly straight apart from my neck and my shoulders, and it's not putting any stress on any tissues in particular. Now, if you want to try a different variation of this, you can move one hand away, put one hand on your knee, and kind of guide yourself up to touch very, very top of your knee like this. So it's still a small movement. You're still not getting any spinal flexion, but what you are going to get when you do this is just a little bit more of an abdominal contraction. So this is a bit of a progression to do. Now, obviously, once you've done I would say 10 or 15 repetitions of this. You can swap over and then do the other side. You can start with your two hands like this, tuck the chin in and lift. The reason we're tucking the chin is to just help to support the neck. And you're going to try and do 10 or 15 repetitions of that one as well on that side. Now the second McGill Big 3 exercise that's been shown to be super effective for strengthening the core is the side plank. Now when people think about side planks, they often jump straight to the hardest version, which is going like this. And for many people that is way out of the question, but the good news is there are much easier ways we can do it. And the reason we're doing the side plank here is because it works the obliques and it also works the core muscles that wrap all the way around to stabilize the spine. So the first thing we're going to do to make it easier for you is just to bring your knees up like this. So we've got about just over a 90-degree angle here, okay, so the knees are dropped away a little bit. You're going to weight bear onto one elbow like this, and you want to start by finding a neutral position of your spine, so just find a comfortable position here, and then you're going to push down through your knee like this, and just lift up in the air. You're going to hold for a while. Again, we should be able to breathe into our tummy like this still, and I would recommend holding for a minimum of 10 seconds on this exercise and then slowly dropping yourself back down. Now, if you found that very easy and you want to make it a little bit harder, what you would do is you would straighten your legs out. You drop one foot in front of the other like this. So you've got one foot resting on the floor in front of the other. And again, you repeat with a longer lever now. Okay, so now we've got a bit of a crossover. We're still trying to maintain a nice neutral spine, still trying to breathe into the muscles here, but we should find that the muscles start to contract more around the midriff. And then if that's easy, only if that's very easy, then you're going to go to the hardest version of that, which is where you stack your feet one on top of the other. You're going to find that nice neutral spine position and lift and hold. And again, 10 seconds is good, but you want to try and repeat a few repetitions on each side. I'd recommend starting with 3 reps on each leg. Obviously you do 3 lots of 10, then you turn over, do 3 lots of 10 on the other side as a great place to start for the side plank. If you want to progress it, you can do more repetitions or hold the contraction for longer. And then the third McGill Big 3 exercise, which is great for core strength and stability, is the bird dog. And the bird dog is one of my favorite core stability exercises. It's fantastic for people with lower back pain because, again, it doesn't stress the back. But what you need to do to make this exercise work is find a place that you can weight bear on all fours. So you're kind of setting yourself up like a table. Okay, so we call this position either quadruped or 4-point kneeling. Now, what you want to do first is, if you're in this position, you can alternate between 2 pelvic movements. And this exercise is, as a side note, called the cat-cow, when you roll from one to the other. But what I want you to do is experiment between the top and the bottom and then find the middle place. So for me, if I'm playing around, the middle place is about there. And that is the place we're going to start for this exercise. So we're in a pelvic neutral, that's what we call it. And when you're in this position, I just want you to try and draw in your tummy from here. Now the bird dog is an exercise where you lift one hand and one leg at the same time without losing that neutral pelvic position. But for many people, this is going to be quite challenging. So there are easier ways to do the bird dog. The first thing you can do to make this easier is just to lift one arm. So I'd recommend most people start with this, because as you lift an arm, you'll feel immediately your tummy has to switch on. So your abs are being activated, and you're going to hold for about 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds is good. Bring that back down like that, and then try again with the other side. Now the goal here is to keep everything as stable as possible as you remove one of your limbs. Okay, so we're just taking away one of the legs of the table. Then if that's quite easy for you, can try with just the leg. So again, find the pelvic neutral and then just take one leg out behind you, keeping your pelvis level, and holding there. Now, the nice thing about lifting the leg is this is also a glute exercise. You can possibly see that my glute is having to contract to lift my leg, but I'm trying to hold that pelvic position and that ab contraction as I do so. And then you can alternate between the other side. So again, find neutral and then just come up into that contraction there. Keep your pelvis level as you do so. You can see I dropped a little bit then, and then hold. Now, if that's very easy for you and you can do probably about a minute's worth of work on that without getting any kind of work in your tummy, you can progress to the full bird dog. And the full bird dog is, again, we find the neutral and then we go opposite hand with opposite leg, trying not to rotate the spine, keeping everything as straight and as stable as possible. Keep breathing into the tummy, don't hold your breath, hold for 10 seconds, and then drop back down again like this, and then alternate to the other side. So again, what we want to do is we want to work in this kind of way for about a minute, so alternating every 10 seconds, holding that contraction. And the beauty of this exercise is it translates across beautifully to how we use our arms and our legs when we exercise and when we move around, when we're doing things throughout the day. So those are the McGill Big Three. They're three of my favorite core exercises. They're amazing for back stability. If it's safe for you to do so, do try them at home. Build them into your routine. They're brilliant to do just before a workout or just before a walk. And if you do them over a period of time, you will notice some improvements in your core. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below because I love to read your thoughts. And if you want to get more from me, you can pick up a copy of my book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50, and you can find it on Amazon using the link below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.